correctly with the correct amount.
Free squad!
Hello, this is Steve Stepp, first episode of Wine on Skiing. Today's special guests, John Kutcher, we have John Strenio, and Saga athlete Jeremy Estorga, snowboarder. Wow, let's give it up for these guys. All right. So the debate, poles or no poles? Jeremy, the snowboarder, what do you think?
No poles, no points.
Ooh.
That's a good point.
Rebuttal?
I agree.
I go ahead and stop you right there. Set boy. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I need a topper.
Hello?
What about money in skiing?
There's none.
There's none at skiing.
There's not much money. Next topic.
Ooh,
Let's talk about some taboos in skiing. Taboo of mine, the bow and arrow grab. For those of you who don't know, bow and arrow grab is a double safety grab, kicked out to the side. Don't really want to demonstrate it myself because it's too fucking and I don't want to, do you want to demonstrate?
Cheers to that.
Let's get a cheers to that.
Well, cheers to
Let's
that.
Let's get around on that one.
I'm not very stretchable, and I'm not trying to stretch so I can ski. You're telling me to do the cool grabs now, I gotta start stretching so I can touch my feet while it's extended? Have I ever done a bow and arrow grab? No. I literally can't even get close to my
You know what
foot.
I would say to those people doing bow and arrow grabs or who want to do bow and arrow grabs?
Go into archery.
There's a zinger. There's a zinger. Okay. Let's get cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I missed you last time, sorry about that.
Sorry, poor Jeremy doesn't really know what we're talking about here.
I'm gonna need to take 5, boys.
Take 5? All right. And after the break, John Kutcher returns with some more news on the bow and arrow grab. Stick around.
It's magic.
It's delicious.
Will you pass it down to my friend Jeremy, please?
Oh, do you want some of this?
Nope.
How do you guys like being referred to as the rollerbladers of the snow sports? How do you feel about wine on your shirt?
Don't worry, it blends in with all his clothes. Snowboarders only wear black.
I really like to start off.
Okay, start us
please.
off.
The main reason skateboarders think...
Time
Take 5. Garçon. We're gonna need some fill-ups all around, I think. Yeah, start with Jeremy.
Start
This
with
is empty.
Jeremy. It's great.
He's great. Let's give him a hand at
Let's
home.
give him a hand to our
Andy.
boy.
There we go.
Yes, so back on topic. The main reason skateboarders can hate on rollerbladers is because a skateboarder is not attached to his platform, whereas a rollerblader is. However, in snowboarding and skiing, we are indeed both attached to our riding platform. So maybe you weren't good enough at skateboarding, so you thought you'd try out snowboarding.
And
don't
a
wanna
brief
get this.
intermission.
Those two.
Those
There.
three. All right, we're gonna get a cheers to that.
Cheers
The
to
big
that.
fight.
Cheers.
Cheers to the fight.
You'll have to excuse me on that one. He took quite the spill.
Grab your chair there, bud.
Yeah, go ahead and grab your chair.
It's fine.
Yeah, actually, no, I'll take a little topper.
I'm good.
Like a little topper.
I mean, it was...
Ooh, what if Kristen got naked and served it
I
first?
was actually gonna interject. If we could have a naked female on the set,
Yeah.
would anyone object to that?
I would cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Naked
I would
female
also
on set.
cheers to that.
Damn it, LJ.
All right.
Just boobs, how about?
Okay.
That brings us to our next segment. Is it skimpy? Oh, he's empty. Garçon, get your ass
Actually-
over here and fill him up.
So, when you're time traveling back into the 70s and you have $1,000, back then is more money. So you have to adjust the scale relative to your location. That's what we're talking about here, but through
Location?
objectifying women.
Let's talk about some of the famous athletes in the sport. Tom Wallace, Bobby Brown, Nick Gepper.
I believe it's Jepper.
Nick Gepper. Let's talk about how they differ from some of the video part athletes who are, quote, stylish. How do you guys think they compare?
I just think the prowess required to compete at such a high level is just, it's just inspiring, really. To work out that many months of the year while skiing and traveling is that just impresses me.
So they have gym memberships.
Oh, well, yeah.
When I go out and ski, like, all I can think about is in my brain I have the gold medal. You know, and I'm trying that new trick. You know, I landed on my face, but I still see the gold medal.
You're going to tighten your belt and hike up your pants until you
crank
do that
up
trick.
my dins, because I don't want those coming off.
And you're going to grab mute until the trick is done.
Can I give you guys...
Cheers to that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yes.
All right,
cheers to the mute.
So, can I just tell you... Let me just tell you...
Some balls? All right, let's have a... we're going to have a little golf intermission. Jeremy's going to show us how to hit some balls.
Jeremy's done.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, in the winter of 2011/12, I had a traumatic knee injury and I shattered my kneecap.
Now, your kneecap is located in your leg?
It's located in the mid, if your ankle is down in the foot region and your hip is up by your waist.
So it's in between somewhere?
It's in the middle region. Okay. The mindset required to recover from such a traumatic injury, for those 6 months of recovery, I felt like I was a top-level athlete. I was training day in and day out, like I felt like an X Games athlete would be.
Like Nick Jepper.
And now that I'm recovered, I got to get back into drinking and sleeping all day and not having a job. And it just makes me that much more thankful for it. Those 6 months just really made me realize how hard those guys work and how shitty lives they must really have.
Drinking and sleeping in all day really has helped your skiing, I've seen lately.
Yeah, it's just been great.
And you don't want to be doing double flips. No. Especially after a hard night of drinking, especially a hard night of wine drinking. You want to kind of keep it mellow, keep it stylish. And that's kind of where it brings into... Hey, do you want to keep it down back there?
The sand.
Keep it down back there.
Don't make me tackle you again.
The guys who are drinking every night and partying every night, those are the guys we referred to earlier, the style guys. Do you associate with those guys more, or do you associate with the top-level X Games park athletes?
Let me ask your question with another question. What would you rather be doing? You know, spinning like a top so bad that you feel like you're gonna throw up, or going to, you know, a really big drop rail with a really long slide, sliding 3 feet of the rail, dropping 10 feet with your arms like a pelican, and then putting them in? That's way less work. Kids love it way more. I would much rather be doing that.
If it's easier and kids love it more and it's going to make you famous, sounds like you can sign me up.
Sounds like
cheers to that!
All right.
If I can go back to the down rail that I hit 5 years ago, slide it straight, kind of squat a little, put a pallet in the landing.
A little bit on your heel piece, they call it a tail press.
Tail press.
But really, it's just a ski slide. You're kind of just leaning back a little.
Yeah, but no one knows. If you just say blunt, then
just say blunt, and they're going to think you're a better skier.
Wow. You put a pallet in the landing, that 10-foot down rail you hit in 2005.
It's a new feature.
Banger of your segment in 2013.
This is going really well.
I know, I'm kind of stoked.
It's delicious. Thank you.
Wow,
thank you, Garcon. All right.
Say hello for me. That's great.
Now it's time for a segment where we are going to ask our two guests here if they have any questions for me about the ski industry.
If you could just clear the air.
Do you own Stepp Productions?
I started Stepp in late 1999. I was 21 years. No. How the fuck old was I? I was like 11. Okay. Started the company. Immediately saw it as a pitfall. Sold it to Nick Martini. I knew that he might have the vision to turn it around into something. I was completely wrong. He has people jumping on and off of walls. It's not even skiing, really. They're skiing in the streets. They're skiing on handbars, jumping on and off of walls. It's really it's a disgrace of skiing.
Be in parkour, just saying.
Exactly. It's really a disgrace, and if I could go back in time and change one thing, I wouldn't have sold the company to Nick Martini and the other guys, but what can you do? I made millions off of it. I'm living the life of luxury.
Finally
Obviously,
rich, I can cheers to
finally rich, yeah.
And that's all for tonight.
I'm completely wasted.
Wine on skiing.
Wine on skiing.
We're drunk. It's like fruit!
This is Steve Stepp, and this is Wine on Skiing. You're going to really like it.
No way am I spitting out. It's like
wine out.
That's a wrap.
I'm hammered.